Hi everyone, my name is Anne Marie and welcome to the first episode of Boutique La Jolie Robes Beyond the Dress podcast. So I'm super excited today. If I'm a little nervous, well, I do apologize. This is my very first one. And like I said in my first launch about the podcast, I am not a podcast connoisseur. I'm learning as we go, so bear with me. I will try to make this one entertaining and fun. So let's get right into it. So, the first topic for today, I think it's suitable considering that I have a wedding dress store. So, let's talk wedding dresses. There is so much to talk about when we're talking about wedding dresses, but we are going to talk about these four important things. One, budget. Budget is very important. We'll get to that later. Two, your timeline. It takes a while to get these dresses in. Number three, sizing. Bridal sizing sucks. We'll get into that later. And four, do your research on the boutiques before scheduling an appointment. Okay, so like we said, we're going to talk about budget. Everybody has their own financial lane. Whether you're having a small intimate wedding or having an extravagant huge wedding, budget is super important. Do not feel like you need to go bankrupt over a dress. Listen, there's stores for everybody. There's thrift stores, there's off the rack stores, there's stores like ours where they're made to order. It's super important that you stick with what you're comfortable with. In our store, our dresses do start at 1,700. They go all the way up to now 7,000. But I think the gist of it is between 25 to 35 is a comfort zone for us. But like I said, it doesn't have to be our store. I know of plenty other stores that have a smaller bracket or even higher than 10,000. Personally, for me, I do not cater to the very haute couture. When I say haute couture, like I'm talking about Met Gala style, Yves Saint Laurent, all that jazz. So, yeah, pick your budget according to what you're financially able to afford. It's okay. So that leads me, actually, we're gonna reverse things. So from that first point, we're going to skip to number four, which was do your research. Now, when we're talking about wedding dress shops, we are in a digital age. There is so much information out there. You can literally Google everything and anything about weddings. So on your Google search bar, just put wedding dress stores near me or popular wedding dresses store near me or things like that. And then you'll find all of them. You'll find the reviews. You'll find everything. And if you're unsure of what they're offering, call them. A simple call, or if they can't answer, send them an email. Go on their website. Usually, good websites do have all the information. So that's important as well, because before you want to book an appointment, you don't want to have a small selection because of your budget. So make sure you choose stores that fit the criteria you are looking for. Like our store. Just as an example, we make it easier for our brides to shop before making an appointment on our website. All our wedding dresses are on the website. You can filter by size, sample size. You can filter by silhouette and also budget. And if it so happens that there are dresses that fit your budget, then hey, feel free to book an appointment with us. If not, that's okay. Like I said, we also do have some good dresses on sale at times. So it's definitely worth it to check that out. And again, that's also on our website. So yeah, look at the stores first. Do your research. Look at the reviews. I would not base everything on the reviews. I personally, for me, when I'm shopping anywhere or even eating at restaurants that are new for me, I'll check from the newest. And if I see most of it are like 5 stars, 4 stars, and then I see the random 1 star. Well, I'll actually read the 1 star and make sure, okay, is this like a petty thing or was it rectified? Like I'll read more into it before making the assumption of let's not go to this place. Because let's be honest, not every business is perfect. We will always have 1 star reviews regardless of any type of business you own. So I wouldn't take that to heart as well. So just really dive into it before making an abrupt decision. Okay, so now we're gonna get into what was my second one? Let me see my paper. Ooh, sorry. Okay, so we're gonna get into timeline. Girls, I can't stress this enough. I hear a lot of girls saying, I have a lot of time. That may be the case, but in most cases that we here in store have with clients, you don't have a lot of time. You are either crunched in time or you're just in the timeline. Now, let me explain that. So, timeline, and I guess I'm assuming and speaking for the United Front of all boutique stores, bridal stores, I should say. Please shop 1 year from your wedding date. And I'll explain to you why. Dresses, depending on the designer, where they're coming from, and if you need to do extra alterations or modifications at the brand level, it could take up to 8-9 months. I'm not saying all of them do, but that is the magical formula in regards to dress shopping. So imagine this. Your wedding is September 30th of 2026. You should be shopping now for your wedding dress. And I say this not because I want you to buy from my store. It has nothing to do with that. I'll explain to you the logistics of everything. So when you say yes to the dress and you put down your deposit and everything, and me as a business owner, I will go and order your dress. Timelines, like I said, could be 6 to 9 months depending on the brand. So then we order the dress. It takes 6 to 9 months. We get the dress. And then after, we have to do alterations. Well, I don't, but we refer to you, a seamstress, to do alterations. Alterations takes about 2 to 3 months. So that's where your threshold is closer to your wedding date. Why does it take so long to make wedding dresses? Imagine a designer having 1 or 2 factories to service the world. Now, I don't know about you, but wedding dresses are not a conveyor belt style manufacturer. These are made by people. And if you want your dress to be done properly and sewn properly, well, obviously, it takes a lot. If not, everybody could be making wedding dresses, right? So take that into consideration when you are looking for your wedding dress, how intricate the dress is. And brands do not typically like to keep stock of dresses. So it's really important to know that because you are getting a dress that is made for you. And let me reiterate, according to the size chart of the brand, it is not a custom dress. It is according to where you fit on the size chart. So once they get the order in, they make it, they have the patents, they make it, and it takes time. But you're not the only bride getting married that day. And you're not the only bride that placed that appointment, that placed that order, sorry. There's a bunch of them around the world that are placing it. So strategically, designers need time to make the flow go and have enough seamstresses and people to make dresses. And you know what? Another thing that people don't realize, designers and their factories are not perfect. Sometimes we do get dresses that have damages, whether it be in the transport from manufacturer to our store, whether it's a UPS, FedEx, and I'm not calling out any courier services, but it does happen from when it gets from point A to point B. There might be issues. So that's why we say shop a year in advance so that when we get the dress early enough and we see that there's something faulty, we can go back to the brand and say, hey, this is what's happening with this dress. You need to fix this right now. But if we're such in that crunch time situation, we won't have time to do that. And then obviously we're frustrated. Our clients are frustrated, and then just everybody's frustrated, right? So this is where we want to make sure that we are covered in every aspect of what could go wrong as well. Lastly, sizing. Now, sizing is horrible in bridal. It stems from a long, long, long time ago when a bunch of people used to be like a size 0 because they used to only wear corsets, and like your rib cage would be like literally transformed to like this. And sadly, it hasn't changed much. But I think that now it's getting better. There's a few brands that are a bit more true to size. Other ones are still staying by the size charts that they've always had. But this is also cultural, right? So if, for example, me, I'm about 165 pounds. Here in Canada, I'm about, I would say, a large, borderline extra large in some cases. But if I go to Asia, like if I go back to my home country, the Philippines, I'm literally like an XL to XL easily. And it has nothing to do with, oh my God, you're so big, you're so chubby. No, it's because every country has different guides of what is normal to their country. Like the Philippines, the typical woman is about 5'2" and 120 pounds. I'm not talking about everybody. Listen, I don't fit the criteria, but that's the reality of it. So when we see sizing in bridal, please, I don't want anybody to think that, oh my God, I need to lose weight. Oh my God, this is just a number, guys. Like, we go according to size chart and that's what it is. But it's literally just a number. Don't read into it too much. And yeah, so I basically covered, I grazed, honestly, I grazed the top of these 4 things regarding wedding dresses, but it's super important to know that I will be diving into these much more in depth later on, but I just want to give you surface like the basics about this. So yeah, thank you for listening. I hope that wasn't too heavy on you guys, and I hope this helps all our brides out there, future brides, people in the wedding industry understand, coordinators, event planners who are helping their brides. This is everything you need to know, 101 on wedding dresses. So I'm excited for the next episode. Not sure yet what I'm going to talk about, but I will let you know. So if you have any questions or any comments you want to leave, feel free to leave them here. And I look forward to my second episode. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.